here for 1 day so far. And got my load off yesterday about 5 p.m. and finished just around 5:30, I think. I left the my receiver yesterday. And it's been going pretty decent, you know, last night here in North Las Vegas at the Petro. The only reason I came here is because it was fairly close. It was only like 7 miles to the from my receiver, and that they have, you know, they had laundry facilities, which I needed. I mean, I really don't like TA Petro. I think they're substandard. I think they're just not well kept. I just think they're just not appealing to me as a truck driver. There's so many things that I just do not care for. I mean, I don't hate them. I'm not saying, you know, burn them to the ground. You know, but I'm saying is that's just personal opinion. I just don't like TAs and Petros. I think they're just lackluster, substandard, more expensive. You know, just worse, just all around, just worse place to stop than almost anything else. I like Pilot Flying J. I think they do things 99% better than virtually anybody else. Then you'll have Loves, then you'll have Petro TA. But before Petro TA, I'm gonna do a mom and pop, you know, place to stop, you know, for the night. You know, the small independent truck stops. I'm gonna stay at a Walmart. I'm gonna stay at my shipper receiver. I'm gonna stay at a rest area alongside the road. They are all more preferable than, you know, than stopping at a TA Petro. The only advantage TA Petro gives me, for a reason to stop here over anything else, is when I have a need for laundry to be done. And I do. I mean, I have at least 4 loads of laundry to do. I did one today. And, you know, I knew I wasn't going to get a load out of Las Vegas until Monday. So, you know, it kind of works against me, works for me, you know, kind of 50-50. Yes, I want to be rolling, but at the same time, I need to do laundry. And I just can't guarantee I'm gonna get to a Pilot or Flying J or one of those rare Loves that actually has laundry, because the vast majority of Loves don't even have laundry, which is the downside. I mean, I think they have nicer looking facilities, but the things that I need, they don't often have. So like I said, so you know, when I got here Friday night, just a little before 6 o'clock, parked right across in front of me in the reserves parking spots, because I didn't see a whole lot of other parking spots that were available. And my truck is just a little bit longer than most, you know, so, you know, I want to make sure that I'm fitting in as you know, not blocking people as much as possible, you know, trying to be, you know, think of other people. And since I get reimbursed for my parking, I have no problem, you know, putting out the couple of bucks. Now, unfortunately, here in North Las Vegas, at this Petro here on Hollywood Boulevard, I think it is, right near the Speedway, right off of I-15, they charge $17 for a parking spot. Most Pilots, TAs, and Loves charge around 12 to 15, and that's fine. But I just wish they did other things that were a little bit more, you know, provide a little more value, like providing enough trash cans, making sure that the floors are clean and making sure that you have good service, which I just don't get from TA and from Petro. I know it's personal opinion, but I get to have that opinion, so no problems. Alrighty. Yeah, so all Saturday, did a little bit of cleaning. Got 2 loads of laundry done, so I have clean clothes and clean bedding for this next couple of days. I'll be here tomorrow on Sunday, which will be the 20th of January. Since I'm going to be here all day Sunday as well, I'm going to do the rest of my laundry. And Creed needs to slow down a little bit. Get the rest of my laundry done tomorrow. Oh, that's another thing with this TA Petro here in North Las Vegas. $3, basically double for a washer. Most washers around that I've seen around the country, the vast majority are about $1.50 for one wash of laundry. They're charging $3 here at this Petro, and that's outrageous. And that's an outrageous price. But I gotta pay it because I need clean clothes. So I haven't bought a whole lot of food. A couple snacks here and there, but not a whole lot of that. I think it's largely due to the laws here, and the sales tax is like almost 9% sales tax here in Nevada. Around that was shocking. That's a little bit more than what the government needs, but blah 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 blah. But if I could have stayed at the Pilot, basically right up the street from my delivery, but there's usually never room at the Pilot right there in town on Craig Road. It's like, it's terrible. It's a dirty place. I never got good service there. I just don't like it. It's it's basically in the city, and it's just not a nice place to be, in my opinion. So given the facilities I needed, the distance I had to go, and blah 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 blah, myriads of reasons, I wound up at the Petro right here near the Speedway. But long-winded story, kept long-winded. And we're going to sit here for another day, and we're going to sit here part of Monday morning, because Monday people need loads. So it's a long list of things they got to get through, and not a lot of load work comes out of Vegas. Vegas is one of those towns that more comes in than goes out. I mean, I don't know of any kind of industry that Vegas is really known for besides entertainment, gambling, tourism. So, Vegas is one of those places to me that, it's a pit, and you got to climb your way out of it. So I think tomorrow, on Monday, when I do get a load, I'll be doing a pretty sizable deadhead. Or whatever, it's the way it is. You just have to kind of accept it. So even though last week I sat for a 34 waiting to make my delivery, and then had that load taken from me and swapped with another load, taking that up to Montana, and then having almost a 200-mile deadhead down to Wyoming to get the load that comes here to Las Vegas, which according to the receiver wasn't supposed to be here until Monday anyway, but they took it early, so I didn't have to keep, have it be under the load all weekend. That's fine. So at least I could post, this last load and have a pretty decent week. Not a great week, but a decent week. About 2,300 miles, almost 2,400 miles. So now we just wait Monday for a load that we're probably going to be deadheading a couple hundred miles to get to. I think, just making an educated guess, the closest guaranteed load, quote unquote guaranteed, is probably going to be over in Phoenix, Tullison, where we pick up those metal, those metal pieces that they use to make wood trusses out of. Those plates with the bent in piece of metal that they just hammer down and make a, put at the, join the wood trusses together with. I think we might be running down there. That's just a guess. That's not a guarantee. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it's possible. But as long as it comes early enough in the day, and I don't have to go too far to get it, well, I get paid with deadhead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But as long as I can get it, get loaded rapidly, get loaded in a fairly good amount of time. If I don't have to, tarp it, I can just basically strap it down, chain it down, and roll. That'd be a good benefit, and hopefully it heads back to the East Coast. Something that's 1,500, 2,300 miles, for one trip would be ideal. Something that picks up on Monday, delivers on Friday on the East Coast would be just perfect. Then pick up something on the East Coast on Friday that, that'll deliver on Monday, make a good 3,000 mile week, maybe a little bit more would be just, like I said, perfect. But, we'll do what we got. We'll make do. We got basically, 16 days approximately, let's say 14 days on Monday until we got our home time. I'd rather be rolling today, but it can't be helped. But Monday at least I'll have a full 70-hour clock, so no worries. I can get anywhere in the United States, all the way up to Fort Kent up in Maine, or all the way down to Key West. I could easily get to that, in about 4 days. So, 4.5 days, without any problems. Oh, well. So that's the Saturday. Didn't do a lot of recording yesterday as well because of, not being able to actually upload anything, because I've just constantly been in bad areas where I was having problems doing my uploads. So I'm well over a week behind. I'm like 11 days behind at this point. So hopefully tomorrow, well, probably not tomorrow, maybe Monday afternoon, I can actually upload 3 or 4 videos and just play catch up from there. Other than that, a boring day, a nice warm day. But other than that, nothing doing. Nothing doing. All right, it is dinner time. We got our panini maker out. Basically, that's all a George Foreman grill is a panini maker. We have our chicken, which has been marinating for about 2 days now. Some black pepper, some red pepper flake, garlic and soy sauce on chicken thighs. So we got our press heating up. Got our little catch basin here to collect the fat that runs off it, which I'm not particularly in favor of the fat running off. So I'm just gonna, when the chicken's done cooking, I'm gonna dump it right on top of the chicken, right on top of this plate, and I'm gonna gobble it all up. So when it's done, I'll give you a quick sneak peek of what's for dinner. Alrighty, so here's our dinner. Yep. So a nice plate of that. Turn this off because we don't need that going any more than absolutely necessary. Gonna find a spatula here. Here we go. We're just gonna scrape all that goodness right off. As much as possible there. Ah. Yum, 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 yum. So we're gonna put this into here, and that's gonna be part of our dinner. Nice old 2 thighs of chicken, skin on, all the fat. We're gonna eat it and drink it.